All right, let's turn now to these steep government cuts that we're seeing. They're starting to be felt across the country. Here are some recent headlines in your home state of Oklahoma. Quote, federal layoffs felt across indigenous communities in Oklahoma. Oklahoma University president says the National Institutes of Health funding cut would severely impact university research. Thousands of Oklahoma veterans and caregivers struggle amid cuts to VA. This comes as there have been town halls all across the country, including in Oklahoma, protesting these cuts. What is your message to the people of Oklahoma who say they are being hurt by these cuts by President Trump and Elon Musk?
Well, let's go back and talk about their protest. The chair of the DNC, Ken Martin, openly admitted on MSNBC just yesterday that they were manufacturing these protests. They were busing in armies to manufacture these protests.
But what about the headlines in your state? Hold on, Senator. What about the headlines in your state?
I'll get to that. I will get to that. Let's talk about the NIH. The funding has been abused all across the universities. We have Ivy League from Harvard to Yale that's using 69% of the NIH funding for monies other than research, meaning overhead. You have the University of Oklahoma that 55% of the dollars that are going in for research are being used for overhead funding. Those dollars should be around 15 to 25% tops to be used for overhead instead of NIH actual research and development. There has to be a reset. It has been abused. And what the president is saying is that number can be anywhere from 15 to 25%, but it should be a max. If you start looking at donors that donate to the universities, they immediately put in 15 to 25% tops on their donation can be used for that. So if you want to start talking about actual cuts, what Oklahomans want is to make sure that we get rid of the waste and fraud inside the federal government, and that's exactly what the president has done. They've already identified billions of dollars of waste and fraud for the taxpayers.
But, Senator, first of all, they haven't provided proof of fraud, but talk to the people in Oklahoma who've lost their jobs, who say they are hurting. They don't know how they're going to pay their mortgage. They don't know how they're going to make ends meet. Talk to those people. What's your message to them? They say enough of these cuts.
Well, I would tell you that the majority of the American people want to make sure that their taxpayers are being used correctly. I don't want anybody to lose their job. That's the last thing we want. But at the same time, anytime you're trying to secure this country, which a national security risk we have right now is our national debt, we have to make changes, and we have to make it quickly. Unfortunately, when we have bureaucrats and politicians that have wastefully spent the American taxpayer dollars, and we don't have to look any farther than USAID to see the wasteful billions of dollars that were spent, cuts had to take place. And every business owner understands this. Every business owner understands that you have to get your house in order before you can advance. That's exactly what DOGE is doing. Think about this. Every successful business owner out there and every successful business has hired consultants to come in and take an unbiased look and make changes, because sometimes when you're so close to it, you can't see what the real changes need to take place. Elon Musk is the United States consultant right now. He is literally the best entrepreneur we've had in our lifetime, and he's doing it for free. And he's taking an unbiased look, saying these programs make no sense. Let's save the taxpayer dollars and get our house in order.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.